So let me show you guys this new deck that we just got done armor encapsulating here in Union, Kentucky, and the world's toughest deck armor, Kong armor, lifetime deck armor. Beautiful, beautiful deck structure. Let me take you up here. Look how beautiful. So this color here, this color is called Smoke, and it's a gray, obviously. It's a very, very beautiful color when you pair it up against white and light siding and things like that. It just looks stunning. Look at the fireplace. Look how it coordinates well with the stone and everything in there. But we came in here, and the goal on this specific structure, because it was a new deck, what I wanted to do here was bring the customer something we call true water lock. And what I mean by that is we got every single look at the nail and screw holes down here, completely closed off to the elements. No precipitation can get to them whatsoever because we took the time to press into every single one of them here on this deck floor, and even on the outside of the structure. They're also closed off there too. This thing's not huge. It's just a little pair of steps that come up, right? And it's in a little covered area here. But there are possibilities for rain to come in here, get to the fasteners, and cause them to rust, and then cause board rot from that, right? So we've prevented that. We've prevented that for them. We've arrested it by closing off those fasteners. True water lock. Now, the other things that we got going on here, first in class UV block, right? So the areas of this deck that do get hit by UV rays, which is here, if you zoom over here, the UV rays come in here some as well. Even though this is covered up in here, we still get, this guy still shoots in here. And then further that he gets in the sky later in the day, this shade line, the shade envelope changes and he reaches further up in here, right? But Kong, the world's toughest deck armor, number one, it's so thick that the rays can't penetrate all the way through it and embed into the wood and cause adhesion degradation. Number two, all the fillers that we add into Kong, every single one of them block UV rays. They're like tiny little microscopic mirror-like particles that are throughout the film of Kong that deflect UV rays back up into the atmosphere. So they come down and they just get shot back up where they belong, up there, right? So 95% UV ray deflection, right? Unmatched in the industry. And then what else are we talking about here? So we came in here, down here, but all the deck posts here, couple little deck posts here. We came in with something we call silverback epoxy. And what we did with that was we injected it into all the large deck post checking that was in these posts. There were some big cracks that went through here. We shot the world's toughest deck post crack filler into these, closed them off with it, and then once all that dried up, we coated over top of that with the Kong armor film, right? And what that does is it creates a very beautiful deck post, synthetic, high build, really, really gorgeous, right? Locked off to water. Everything that we do here at Kong Armor is about locking decks off to water and protecting them from the elements. And look here, I'll show you guys, walk around here for you a little bit. You're talking about tough film technology, so rated to take on wind-driven rain, sleet, ice, hail, up to hurricane wind speeds and beyond. Look at how buried those fasteners are under thick build, what we call high build, right? All the way under. You can't get to them. There's nowhere for water to get to the fastener. Now, that's the reason that we protect decks. Most of you do not get that when you pay somebody to paint or stain your deck. They come out, they leave everything wide open. leave the fasteners, everything wide open to water, to rain, to snow, to ice, and you guys end up with rusty fasteners. You end up with board rot. We're getting to these customers first before any other coating system. So we got the express opportunity to come in here and get that true water lock on here, right? But just a very high build, just gorgeous. I mean, stunningly beautiful. Synthetic, almost like composite appearance here in areas, right? Splinter lock technology. The kids can touch this, runs their hands on it, whatever they want. The thick build film with Kong, it really makes it hard for them to get a splinter, get a puncture injury from wood, anything like that. You guys see more here where the deck post, no cracks, right? What you'll notice about Kong, what you'll notice about decks coated in Kong armor, is you're going to notice largely that they're void of any water openings whatsoever, right? So it's very hard. We make it extremely hard for water to get into our decks. The decks that are coated in the world's toughest deck armor, Kong armor, we want it to be absurdly difficult for water to get in. That's the whole goal. That's the whole point. If you guys are paying somebody to do this, you might as well get that, right? 95% of you don't. And that's why I'm trying to get you guys here in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, Southeast Indiana. I'm trying to get you guys to switch over to a lifetime deck armor system. Something that's better, something that's higher quality, right? So Kong, locally backed for life. Lifetime limited warranty and a lifetime service promise. We stay with our system owners for life. So stay with these deck owners now that they got the Kong armor system, we'll stay with them for the whole life of their ownership. Okay, they have warranty coverage and they have access to a service promise where they can get stuff like annual washings. If the kids nick the bottom of the post or do something silly, they can get access to touch-ups, all that stuff. Life of ownership. Guess what that does? It creates a situation where they never have to completely paint, stain, or refinish their deck again. Not pretend, not make believe, for real, right? Hugely cost savings. The savings just pile up and pile up and pile up as the years go on. Tell you what, if you want to learn more about Kong armor or sign up for a free quotation, just visit kongarmor.com.